कुछ सुनाई तो दे नहीं रहा, ना ही कोई बोल रहा है। Nobody is speaking.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. All the attendees may please mute their mic. Myself,
आवाज
Chandrasekhar.
बहुत स्लो है सर।
Hello. Hello. If
Hello.
I'm audible, I am Chandrasekhar from CSI IMTECH.
Sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Hello, if I'm audible, myself Chandrasekhar from CSI IMTECH. Yeah, thank you very much. So, our speaker, today's speaker is here, and we had some small issues. So, just last 60 minutes, we are starting right now. We have overcome the issues.
not only restricted to the computer platforms. It is now grown across the domains and across the different things, devices, small devices, even the small devices, the small gadgets are now connected with the internet. See the so many things if connected with the internet, then there are the issues of the security as well. So as we are increasing the attack surface of the internet, the at the same time the attack surface is also increased for the attackers, for the bad persons, okay, hackers you can say. Okay, so as we can see that all the things like from the small clock to your small gadget watch to let's say some light bulb, everything is connected with the internet. Okay, they are communicating with each other's, control and automation, everything is over the internet. Now what will happen if this is already is happening, but what are the issues? So as you can see, like when we are getting into the internet, okay, and we are sharing so many things, communicating with so many on the devices. So what is actually we are doing? It is actually a flow of information. Okay, the information may be a personal information, a business related information, a government secret, government documents. So in the some sense, they are all are on the internet. Okay, so as you can see, like online passwords, login securities, your Gmail passwords, like your mail passwords, your internet banking passwords, everything is on the internet. Okay, and then people are trying to fetch all those things for their own for their own benefits. Okay, your credit card information, which is very important. So it's all about the informations that is flowing over the internet, and now the attacker is trying to get access to that information so that it can make some money out of it, so that it can blackmail to somebody or something like this. Okay, so the point is the information is okay, so we have to put the information on the internet, but at the same time we should also take care of the security. Why it is important, how it is important to our daily life. So it is again it's a part of our life. Internet is a part of our life. The information flowing is also part of our life. So it is related to the life. So let's see some statistics now. How internet is grown in India. Let's say in the new also. So as you can see, millions of users are now connected with the internet. Okay, and now not only the urban areas, but also the rural areas are also now connected with the internet. Everybody is using internet in their mobile phones. Okay, not in the computer desktops, but in the mobile phone. At least everybody or so many persons are using in some applications or some other ways. Okay, every year's new users and new consumer, new applications are coming, so the internet is growing. So this is the compound the annual growth rate of the mobile video. So mostly the video contents which is on the internet is 83%. Okay, and you can see how it is growing. Millions of people are doing shopping, so it is a big platform for the e-commerce companies, a big platform where we are doing transactions, where the money is transferring, the money is involved. Okay, so it's again a big platform. So in some sense, so Indian economy is marching in the e-way. So we are moving towards the digital age. Okay, digital India. So this is how the users are distributed over the internet in India across, let's say, to 2025 to let's say 2023. So you can see that almost 66 crores. Okay, almost half a population of the of India is using, or somehow they are using or involved in the internet. Okay, and as you can see, the Asia is the like 50% of the share is belongs to Asia. So we are the India and China, if you combine them, is almost the 50%. Okay, so next is the age distribution. This is important. Okay, because as you can see that mostly the teenagers, mostly the young people, okay, so 20 to 29, 16 to 19, they are the mostly the users of this internet may, or you can say mobile users or the internet users, they're using the video applications, social media, etc. So you can see the almost 70% of the internet users in India or maybe on the worldwide is category 16 to 19 or 20 to 29, and the applications are social media and all these video applications, and the rest is like 30 to 20 to 25%. So this is very interesting statistics. Now the what applications that we are using over the internet. Okay, so like chat applications, digital entertainment, social medias. So these are the top applications that we are using, and the growth is really exponential, really tremendous. Like in the chat application, in the video application, digital entertainment, and social media, it is it's growing very quickly. Okay. Whatever you want. Okay, so and if I'm not audible, then you can also no. Other is, let's say, talk about the attacks. Now we have seen that how the internet is used. Okay, how the internet is grown over the years. What is the role of the India that we are? India is in the accessing or as a user in internet field. Now let's see what are the side effects. Okay, everything has its side effects. So what are the side effects? So whenever you are communicating or whenever information is flowing, there are some side effects in terms of attackers, in terms of cyber attacks. Let's see the stats. What stats says that mostly the origin of attacks are from these countries like China, Russia, and the North Korea. So okay, so mostly the origin of attacks from the countries from where the attack flows originates. Okay, so these people are trying to get information from various media, so from various application or sources. Okay, now who are the victims? So these are the countries who are largely victim of these attacks. So as you can see that United States, UK, and India is third. So it is from May 2006 to June 2020. So significant increase in the attacks. Okay, so countries which are mostly experienced the attacks, maybe through social media, maybe through some video links, or maybe attack on government data, anything. Okay, so these are the origin and these are the victims. And now why these attackers are doing this? What are their interest? Okay, so I think it's all about the money. Okay, the information, the data is actually gold. Okay, the information that flows over the internet is a gold. Okay, so they try to extract the information and make some money out of it. Okay, so if you've heard of like the attacks like ransomware attacks. Okay, so you hack something and then you say that pay me some money and then I will release that data. So these are the very common attacks nowadays, the ransomware attacks. Okay, so the attackers are trying to steal the information, use this information in some way, and try to make the money out of this information. So this is the loss that happens. The total damage is in the millions of the US dollars in the last few years. Okay, as you can see, this loss is huge. So it is in some kind, you can say that it is a big market for the hacker or the cyber attackers. And the interesting point is that the internet that we seize, okay, the internet that looks good, okay, in terms of mailing, in terms of video, Facebook, etc., social media, news, yeah, it is a source of information. It is a huge source of information, but the internet that we seize is only 10% of the internet. Okay, that the internet that we use for the good purpose is only 10% of internet. the dark side of the internet is like the mafias, maybe some kind of mafias, or the internet that runs or that is hidden from the outside world. Okay, so and you cannot access this internet through our ordinary browsers like Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox. Different type of browsers like Tor is one of them, which is used to access this dark web, dark internet. Huge. This is a 90% of the internet is not indexed. Okay, there's nothing, no record of this internet. Every services are hidden, and it is dark and used for some dark purposes. Okay, mainly used by the attackers, or cyber attacks are mainly originated from this point to the top point. Okay. Now, some more is like what we have now. How the world is moving, or how the world is growing in internet. So we have a total populations of the world is 7.75 billion approximately, and the total number of mobile users are mostly the biggest source of internet or biggest user of the internet is around 5.19 billion. Okay, billion. So the internet users are 4.54 billion. And let's see this. These active social media users are 3.80 billion. So almost everybody is on the social media. Okay, almost everybody is having the mobile phone. So almost accessing the internet. So it means that it is very good, or if you can see it is very, very good that we are like adopting the technology. We are moving very fast. Okay, everything is going digital, but at the same time, it is very good for attackers also. You are increasing the attack surface. You are increasing. You are internet to the persons who are not aware of the security risks, security threats. So it is good for attackers as well. So let's see now let's move towards some social media facts, because it is very commonly as an audience now. I have an audience like the school children, so and the young generation. So let me see. Let tell you that how the social media is involved in this. Okay. So some facts about the social media is like in India. So we have a Facebook users like 260 million. So it's a huge number. And it is very large source of revenue for the MNC companies like US companies, Facebook, Google, and Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever company you name. And we are also the good number of users in Instagram, WhatsApp, and Twitter, and all this. And this interesting is like TikTok India. So in this TikTok India is so very popular. And the millions of downloads are coming from India. So you can see even this originator of the TikTok, only 173 millions of downloads, but the users are like 466 millions are from India only. So I think we are good in making videos. So we are spending more time on the TikTok, and percent of the persons are spending like 1560 hours of now on the. Okay. Now, good thing is now this app is locked, so I think we should look the alternatives, and we should look some more interesting things on the internet. The other is like this is for the professional LinkedIn. Also, we are also in good numbers in this LinkedIn. The great amount of revenue is generated from this LinkedIn from the India. So these are some facts about how social media is used. How we are using the social media as a user in the Indian scenarios. Now, let's talk about some attacks. Now, let's move. These are the things that we are using. Okay, we are using for some good purpose. We are using because it is our work. Okay, we are using because we want to move ahead. We want to adopt the technology. But now we should take care. We should also take care of some facts that the internet is not only meant for the good person. There are large number of internet users who is using it for purpose. Okay, so there are attackers, there are cyber attacks that is happening, okay, on any platform, every platform it can happen. Okay, so a cyber attack is a assault, okay, a risk or a threat launched by the cyber criminals, bad persons, okay, who is trying to make something out of this information, using one or more computer against the single and multiple computers on the network. So the computer has to be connected to the internet or multiple computers. So the cyber attacks can maliciously disable the computer, steal information, and use a breached computer as launch point to other attacks. Okay, so one system which is malicious or which is your network, let's say you have a one system which is having so many vulnerabilities, or which is open loops, so many open loops are there. Let's say your other systems are okay, they are updated, they are proper antivirus and all this, but what the attacker will see, a loophole from in this system, and then he tries to enter network. So once he entered in your network, then doesn't matter what updates you have, what antivirus you have, but so a single loophole can infect the many computers. Okay, so using a single this computer, the attacker can attack the multiple launch points, and they can attack the systems. So there's variety of ways in which the attack can be launched. Some of the common are like malware, the malicious software, the phishing attacks, ransomware, denial of service, and many more. So we'll discuss something about these attacks. Okay, so some recent cyber attacks, as you can see in news or in the media, is 7 lakh cyber attacks in 2020, just in 2020 only. It is reported by the IT ministry in the parliament. Okay, the cyber threats to start of the universities also. Okay, now it is not only for the government organizations, it is not only in social media, but also the universities, education sectors. Every year something attacker found, and he tries to gain something out of this information, any information. Okay, universities and colleges are being warned by the UK cybersecurity agencies that rising number of cyber attacks are threatening to disrupt the start of the term. Okay, so 17 September, and this is recent news where the world is affected by the corona. So some universities trying to start their semester, then these attackers are trying to attack on the information of the university. Then the recent attacks like Canada bombarded with the COVID-19 themed cyber-based attacks. So in this, let's say what attackers are actually targeting? Targeting the fake things. Okay, like the fake contact tracing apps, phishing attacks exploited the COVID-19 test results. So in these scenarios, let's say if somebody is like on the social media floats a message like this is the vaccine, let's check how this vaccine is made, so most of the people will try to click it. So even one in on the system, your system can be infected and the information can be stolen. So this is just a matter of one click. So this way the attackers are that what is the current trends going on, so that we can lure the user so that it clicks, emotionally blackmail him, use the emotions to to click on something. So these are these attacks, so that the attacks can happen. The cyber attacks on the schools. Okay, it's because the schools are now going on remotely, online classes are going on. So, and we are not prepared for this. So it is not like that we are prepared for this, that we are aware of every security aspect of it, and now we can go online. Okay, the system that we are using maybe not updated, some security loopholes are there, some old software maybe we are using, and now on top of it we are doing the online classes, so this makes the system vulnerable. Okay. And this famous like Zoom meeting, when it came like in March or April, so there was so many things that so many like government banned it, and we heard of like Zoom bombarding kind of attack. Uninvited user entered into your meeting and then pushes some contents, which is some unwanted contents, and try to threaten or try to do some attack. Okay, so this is because Zoom is maybe not configured properly, because some other software is having some vulnerability, so that Zoom app that Zoom app is trying to access. So like this the attack flows. So these so in this scenario, so these are all other recent attacks, very recent attacks, corona okay. So this is already covered. I'll cover more on these points. Like this already warned by this is Checkpoint Research. This is a cybersecurity firm, a company which warns the schools that there is a huge rise in the attacks on the schools. Okay, the attack can steal the school information, steal the papers, or because we are not actually prepared for this. Okay, so we are suddenly it comes out that you have to everything is going digital, so we are not prepared. So that's why the awareness is very important. Okay, so this is all about the attack that are happening. So what actually the attacker is trying to get out of it? What actually attacker wants? Okay, what should we secure? Okay, so then comes the information security. So information is on the internet, everything is about the information. So how we secure the information? So this is a famous triangle of information security. We can say like our goal is just to protect the information, like all the measures taken to prevent the unauthorized users of electronic data. Electronic data means whatever is flows on the internet or on your systems that we are. So what we want some unauthorized user should not access it. Okay, should not alter it. Okay, should not use it for the bad purpose or some other purpose. So in this, confidentiality means first is confidentiality, where information is kept secret, private. Okay, when information is going from A to B, okay, no other party should see the information. Okay, it is a confidential information. Concealment of the data, unauthorized, only authorized person can see the information. In this case, A and B. Integrity of the information, which assure you that the information is genuine. Okay, it is not modified in between. So A sends information to B. It means that whatever information sent by A reaches to B. There is no C in between who modifies the information and then send it to B. Integrity should be maintained in the information. Data should not be deleted, modified, and added. New data should not be added. Ability. So in this, the attack is what we want is the system is available efficiently to us all the time. Okay, there is no interruption in the system. Trying to access some website, then it should be available. Okay, so what the attacker is trying to do, they will deploy the DOS attacks, denial of service attacks, so that the service is not available to the users. So this is the another attack. So these are the three popular, like three characteristics we should take care in the information security. Other is like authenticity, which provides the verification of the identity, accountability of the information. Then non-repudiation means whatever information A sent to B, okay, B must ensure that or A should say that yes, the information is sent by me only. Okay, it should not later say that no, I cannot send this information. Okay, so it should be some mechanism so that can be digitized, or sorry, it can be signed. Okay, signed information, digital signature. Okay, and in short, that there is no single measures which can protect or which can give us the complete security. Okay, there are several measures that we have to follow. There is not a like small antivirus. Everything is secured. Store like some anti-malware. Everything is secured. No, nothing. It's not like this. So there are several mechanisms. Access policy. Hello. Yes.
सर मतलब मुझे ये पूछना था कि ये किस चीज के ऊपर आप टॉपिक समझा रहे हैं?
It's a cyber security awareness.
ओके सर, ये केवीएस सुनील सर के थ्रू आपको पास आउट हुआ है ना?
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Nikhil. May please mute your mic so that let the talk be finished. Then we can have the queries after the talk.
ओके सर.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is it a question or a query? Like, I don't understand.
It's okay, Dr. Nikhil. You may proceed. We may
Shall I go
take
ahead?
on the questions after the completion of your talk.
Okay, so this is I already talked about the characteristics of the information security. So why this information security is important? As I already told you that the internet is a source of information. Every piece of information is important, and it may be personal, it may be business related, it may be government documents. So the information security is important. Okay, so the government, commercial business, individuals are storing the information electronically. So that's why the information security is important. We have to secure this information. We cannot just store it and then let's say nobody can access it. So it's not like this. We have to secure this information. Ability to use the information more efficiently. Why we are storing the information on the internet? Because we want to access the information efficiently. As a result, okay, so that we can improve the performance, take the quick business decisions. Okay, like this. And the information stored electronically. Now the information is stored on your system electronically. It may face some issues. Okay, there are some issues like some attacks are possible. Okay, some security threats are possible. Like somebody can steal this information remotely. Okay, if you are connected, then somebody can steal this information remotely from your system. Maybe encrypt your hard disk. Okay. The ransomware attacks encrypt the system hard disk and then say, pay me this much amount of money, then I give you the decryption key. So like this. Okay, so but we should, but as an organization, we should take measures and we should protect ourselves. Okay, so that we can protect the organization's ability to function. Okay, so we cannot say we don't want to store this information electronically. Okay, we are okay with the paper. So we have to move toward the digital, but the security, but with the precautionary measures. So we should enable the safe operations, aware the organization, aware the employees. Okay, protect the data organizations collects and uses. Okay, safeguard the technology assets. Okay, whatever information we are storing, we should safeguard it. Okay, use technology to safeguard it. All right. So now this is the information security. Why it is important? So from whom? Okay, it is important, we know, but whom? What are the threats are possible? So let's understand what are the threats and risks. Okay, so risk is a possibility that a threat exploits a vulnerability. Okay, a threat try to exploit a vulnerability in your system, and the aim is to destroy or damage the information. Asset is your information. Okay, data, information, personal records. Okay, so these are the assets. Okay, so threat is something that can potentially cause a damage to a organization or a system, IT system or network. Okay, and vulnerability is a weakness in the system. Okay, weakness in your system is a vulnerability which attacker sees. This is the vulnerability in the system. Now I can enter into your system and proceed with the threat. Okay, and make the system risky. So these are the dependencies between the risk, threats, and vulnerabilities. So if you have more risk, okay, so you have more threats. So threats increases the risk. Okay, and if you have more vulnerabilities, which also increases the risk. And if you have more vulnerabilities, then you are more exposed. Your attack surface is more. Okay, and which directly proportional to, like, more vulnerability means more exposed to information access, information assets. Okay, so this is the dependencies between information, threats, vulnerability, and the risk. And what we are trying to do is to control this. So lesser the threat, lesser the vulnerabilities, more the information is secure. Okay, so the idea is to control the threats. Okay, control the risk, or decrease the vulnerabilities. Okay, what causes threat? There are various mechanisms. We have various medias, like somebody with the high knowledge of IT systems, like an attacker. Okay, theft, misuse. Okay, viruses, malware, Trojan horses. There are the sources of attacks. These causes threats, which is something which is lack of documentation, less access policies are there, are in place. Strongly, the system is not strongly designed. Okay, lapse in physical security is also is a source of threat. And the other is the natural calamities and the fires. Okay, this is also a threat. This can physically damage your system. But out of this, what threat is most bigger? Who is the biggest threat? So what I feel is our human mind is the biggest threat. Okay, so let's say what this person is thinking. So you can see that there is a message that restart your computer. Okay, your computer requires an update. Now you restart the computer. What I will do, what is switching off the computer will lose all my tabs. Okay, so I'm working for, let's say, hours, and maybe for a month. Sometimes what happens, for a month you are working and all the tabs, 50-60 tabs are all opened, and you are not going to close it. But now you snooze it for 10 minutes, then you snooze it for 20 minutes, and then in the last you say never restart. I'll do by myself. Okay, but what is happening here is maybe some critical security update is coming. The system is trying to update that critical security update, and if you postpone it, maybe within a fraction of seconds, attacker entered in your system and they try to steal the information. Okay, so this is, I think, the here, who is the culprit here? I think we are the culprit here. Human mind is the culprit here. Okay, so these examples like WannaCry ransomware, okay, in which the human factor played a major role in making the business worldwide vulnerable, like this only. Okay, we are lazy, we are not particularly, so what attackers will do. Okay, the user actions leads to cybersecurity incidents, mostly happening. In most of the cases, this is happening. Okay, beyond, like, bring your own device. Okay, we are going in the organization, we are sitting in the railway station, we try to access to free Wi-Fi because we want the free services, so we access the Wi-Fi. Okay, and nobody knows what is the source of Wi-Fi. Okay, who is let's just connect with the free Wi-Fi access, and then we connect it and then we use it. But maybe somebody is trying to attack your mobile phone. Okay, users with the local administrator rights who disable the security solutions. Okay, sometimes what happens, my application is not running because of firewall, so let's disable it. Okay, this is the biggest mistake that we do. So if we disable the already inbuilt solutions on our system, so that the application runs perfect. But at the same time, what we are doing, we are opening the doors for the attackers. Okay, so human factors, like why should I worry? Should we worry? What must hide? And we follow all the security protocols. I've updated my system. Everything is there, but at the same time, I'm sharing my system with the other persons who is not aware of the security attacks. So this is also another reason why the security attacks happens. So what will happen in just one click? So let's say in many of the attacks, the attack happens in just a one click. You click, and then that's it. Okay, one click and one tap means on your mobile devices. The attacks like click jacking attacks. Okay, so these are the very dangerous. Okay, so let's we download some game. Ad pop-up is coming, so no issue. So let's play it once and then I install. But when you install it, maybe it comes with some security bugs also. Okay, it comes with some malware also. So you install the game, but that malware remains with in your mobile phone. Okay. And the other is that don't ask me for the update. I'm working and I'm busy. Okay, this is human nature, and many more. Okay, so these are the type of these are the human factors, and these are some technical like details like what are the types of IT threats. So threats can come from like computer virus, Trojan horses, which are hidden in your systems. Okay, they looks genuine or legitimate applications, but in the background they're doing something malicious. Okay, malware attacks and so on. Okay. So cyberbullying I'll discuss later, discuss more on cyberbullying. And these are the attacks like denial of service attacks. Okay, make the service unavailable for the user. SQL injection attacks, if it is your web application is not properly vetted, and then an attacker can inject any value in your database. Okay, so these are the phishing attack is very common. Okay, cross-site scripting, click jacking attack. Okay, where the user when maybe you've seen it like when you're downloading some songs. Okay, so when you click on the download, it opens something. It is not downloading, but it opens something. Then you click on that, it opens another window. So series of pop-up windows or series of tabs it will open. But behind what is happening is click jacking. It is trying to steal your click. Okay, maybe behind some something, some Facebook page there. Okay, some Gmail account is there, some other things are there which you are actually which you are clicking, not the download button. Okay, man in the middle attack, where maybe the confidentiality integrity can be lost. Okay, where A send information to B, but in between information is lost. Okay, some third party is actually stealing your information. Man in the browser is we install so many extensions in our browser to make to work easy. Okay, because they look fancy, because they ease our work, but at the same time they may be malicious. Okay, they can steal your information. Drive-by download attacks mostly happens in this social media, where somebody tried to lure you like click on this photo or click on this link and you will see something, and then some malicious software or some malware is downloaded on your system, and the other is other attacks. Okay, so now let's move to some social media threats. Okay, so mostly the social media is the young generation, like youths. So they use so many users are there on the social media, and they and all this, and what attacks are possible on this. Okay, so cyber criminals can mimic a legitimate profile and carry out the attacks. Okay, some fake profile can be created. Okay, somebody can create your fake profile. Let's say click on this and some malware is downloaded, and then you enter your user and password. Your user and password is hacked, and then he can change your profile or make a fake profiles. So fake social media user sends malware to employees by social media. Okay, so this is drive-by download attacks. Okay? Phishing attacks. Social engineering attack, where the attacker is targeting your psychological mind. Okay, psychological manipulation to trick users. Okay, is playing with your emotions. Okay, so that you download something, you do some security mistakes. Okay, so let's say you won this much amount, or you won free tickets of this movie, or you won something, and then let's say let me click it and click and fill all the details, and that's it. Okay, so sometimes it asks you to download something, and then it basically actually extracting the information out of you. Okay, so taking advantage of human in emotions is much easier than hacking the network. Okay, because hacking a network, I need so many tools, and I have to know so many things. But let's emotionally fool the user, and then he will download the malware, and that's it. It is in the network, and then I can enter into the network and do the other attacks. Okay. So emotional fears like fear, sometimes we are greedy, sometimes curiosity, and sometimes maybe urgency. Like, let's say government announced that, let's say for every let's say poor, for every person will transfer the 1,000 rupees. So we'll say that, then somebody will call you that we are transferring this, give me the details. Okay, then maybe if we are not aware, then we provide the details, and that's it. Okay, so malware attacks on the social networks, where user receives a personal message, post links and social media. Okay, and the message states that something funny and interesting. So it is again the playing with the emotions, something interesting. So click on this video link. Okay, like this link. Okay, and then you'll end up in the malicious page, or some download some malicious software. Lag jacking is like somebody, if they're trying to increase the likes, then they can have the like jacking attack, which is a subset of click jacking attack, where the attacker trick the user into clicking something. Okay, clicking the thing. Okay, let's say click on this link, this video, play this game. Okay, some game is there, you click on this puzzle game is there, you click so many times, but actually in the back end, what you are doing, you are actually clicking the likes. Okay, you're clicking the like button in the background. Okay. So when the user clicks it, it actually clicks the invisible, and that invisible layer is behind the actual link, which starts something, or it does some other actions. The other attack is on the social media, which is very popular, which is in the teenagers, or in the young persons, is the cyberbullying. Okay, a new twist to an age-old problem. Okay, so what is it? So these persons are looking some video, and they are making fun of somebody. Okay, and so it is actually a breach of the individual privacy. Sometimes we don't want to share a video. Okay, sometimes secretly some video is somebody shoot your video and then post it on the social media, so that hurts. Okay, so that hurts the emotions of a person, and in this age we take some like bad decisions. Okay, bad steps. Okay. So this is a breach of individual privacies. Okay, unwanted and threatening postings. Okay, so make cruel and harmful remarks about the individuals. Okay, make harmful remarks. Maybe it is a joke, or maybe something, but the person who doesn't like it, but others enjoys it. So this way, actually, you are emotionally harming the other person. So make encouraged act of violence and other sexually harassments. Okay, so this is cyberbullying. So these are some cases that has happened in India. Like somebody from this Lady Sridham College, Delhi, is became the target of online harassments. When she was 5, some classmate from his previous school has been collecting the photos, and then they have shared the photos, maybe Photoshop the photos, and then shared on the social media. So this is very embarrassing, and this is very emotionally very harmful to this age. So we should be alert, and we should be aware. Okay, so other cases are like Delhi has been trolled violently for the 5 years for the Facebook post on the critical post on the government, maybe bad comments about the current governments. So, but she is not reporting the harassment. So if you are not reporting to the cyber police, then you will face the issues. Okay, so the suggestions in this case are that we should organize the campaigns about this, create the awareness about the cyberbullying, because this age is like this, that we take some bad steps because of we are emotionally harm, somebody is emotionally harming us, so we take some steps. So that's why the awareness is very, very important in the children's, in the adult age, in the teenagers. So we should conduct the focus training programs. We should conduct this program. We should tell the people what are the side effects of these technologies, what should we do, where should we go, all these things. There should be complete guidelines about this. Okay, we should discuss the cyber sensitive topics in these training programs, in this awareness, so that it can be included in the school curriculums, so that it can be discussed. Okay, so existing cyber laws should be revised for child safety issues. Yes, this is very much required, and portals where the cyber crimes can be reported. So there should be a portal where one can report, okay, anonymously report, we can report the cyber crime, and we can. So there should be a platform for this. Okay. So this is about the social media attacks. Now let's quickly move to the Android-based attacks, because this is also very common thing that we use, that the school students or college student uses. So this is the Android attack, smartphone. Hello, how much time I have? Am I audible?
Yeah, Dr. Anil, you're audible.
Okay, is there a time limit or how much time I have? I'll finish in half an hour.
I think we should wrap up fast, because people might be having some questions to ask to you.
Okay, I'll finish it up quickly. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so we all are user of technology, Android smartphones. So we download apps, we have social media and TikTok and everything is on this. So, but there are also security risk in this. So biggest security risk which I feel is, do not download any untrusted. Do not download any app from the untrusted sources. So this button here is like unknown sources. You can see on the right side, unknown sources allow installation of app from unknown sources. So this is very dangerous. So any malware, malicious app you can download if this is ticked. Okay, maybe accidentally it can be downloadable, or maybe you want to download something, but it should be off. Okay, so that you can download the apps only from the Play Store, which are I can say like genuine apps. Not always, but okay. So possible attacks or threats on the mobile devices are the network exploits, social engineering attacks, like same attacks that we have already discussed are also applied to this mobile-based like Android apps. Okay. So the best practices that we should protect our Android, or the best practices are like to protect the data loss due to mobile device loss with the device ID and remove all the apps. So should confidential data, maybe encrypted form, or maybe in some. Okay, never open or never click or never tap anything which is not known to you. Okay, so this may land you to in the drive-by download attacks. So download some features. Don't enable firewall. Always enable your firewall. Maybe you can use some trusted source, trusted mobile security applications, and do not download the apps which are from unknown sources. So these are some practices that we should follow. Okay. So in app scenarios, that there is a thing, whenever app is installed, it asks for the permissions. So the app which is asking so much of permissions, maybe you should look into this. The access controls ID resources, access permissions is required. Okay, so encryption of the data is also required. Isolation is, I think, already built in this sandboxing, already built in mobile. So popular mobile malwares are same as like in the desktop or in the internet that we use, like spyware, Trojan, adwares that try to steal your information, because mobile is also a source of your payment informations, like your credit card informations. So it is a very so we should more careful in this case. You should be more careful. Okay. So, and what is happening is, due to small screen size of the mobile device. So when we are opening something in a browser, we see that this link is opening in the top, at the bottom, we can see that. But in this case, we cannot see it, what link it is trying to open. Okay. So when we're clicking, maybe it landing to some other page or some other malicious web page. So these are the common attacks. Same as I've already discussed. Okay. And so next set of is the Internet of Things. As this is the nowadays buzzword where everything is connected. So we are connected to the internet. Okay, so we are wearing some sensors. So every information flows through our body or through collected by the sensor is flowing on the internet. Okay, so can be used in various applications like healthcare, agriculture, etc. So the example is like fitness applications. We wear some fitness watch, so it takes all these steps. So we analyze and we do our daily activities. And so this is about the IoT. By 50 billion connected devices are there in 2020. Okay, so we have 50 billion connected devices. Okay, so it's not just your mobile phone, it's not just your computer, laptop, but the devices, the small gadgets like your smartwatch, okay, your fridge, your television, all are connected with the internet. Okay, the smart schools. Okay, the example of smart school where you have everything like parking, online classes, okay, canteen, okay, online exams, everything is controlled by the internet or communication happening through the internet. So again, it is just another usage, but these issues are the same. Okay, issues are the same. Like the devices may have, an attacker can have can issues or deploy some attacks on these devices. So we should the devices, monitor the devices, applies the access control policies, and all these are also applied to the small devices as well. Okay. So this I can skip. Like mostly the devices that we purchase from the market, they have very weak security features, very weak password they use, maybe some weak coding is also there, so they can be trivially communication can be intercepted. And when everything is machines and everything is on the internet, so we are also connected to the internet, and maybe you have seen this movie, and so this may happen. We hope that it should not happen, because we plan to we should aware all these things, aware of the security issues and all. So some recommendations are like when we design any system, the security should be at the design time. Okay, it should not be like these only the features of the system should work. Okay? It should not like security is also the important point at the system design level. Okay, so awareness training should be there. Risk management, vulnerability management, all these practices that we should follow. At least the IT administrator, they should follow. Okay, and at the user level, what we can follow is that we should not like emotionally blackmailed or emotionally fooled by other person, or we should not click the unwanted links. Okay, should secure the password. We should use the two-factor authentication. These are the and the list goes on. And so these are some recommendations. Okay. So I have already discussed about this. Like nowadays, we are actually remotely connected with the school, and students' interactions are happening on the online platforms. So we should also take care. Like we should also update the systems, okay, properly update the system, have antivirus and all these things. And we should not like click on unwanted links or download some freeware softwares and all these things, okay. So in this pandemic's time also, the attackers are trying to take the information or out of the users, okay, and they are trying to make the money out of the users, because in this time maybe whenever whatever information, fake news, or so many fake news and rumors are flowing over the internet, so maybe sometimes we click on something and somebody try to attack. So this is also, we should also take care, like spyware and ransomware attacks is very popular in this time. Ransomware control of login and vital credentials, okay. So whatever password you have stored in your browser, so it may take and then maybe when you pay some amount, then it will release those passwords, okay. Or maybe credit card information it shares. Credit card information is also can be stolen, okay. So these are the things. So security flaws in the video conferencing tools, because this is nowadays widely used by many people, and so alone it may come along with the malware, ransomware attacks on digital payment systems have already surfaced. Okay, so we should also take care of the. So most important is the updates. Okay, updates of your system or your softwares. So in the last conclusion is like for the security professionals, the recommendations are to reduce the attack surface. Okay, whatever is most important, it should be connected to internet. Otherwise, you should not connect it with the internet. Encrypt your data, which is important. Take regular backup of your data. If somebody is trying to steal your data, encrypt it, and like say ransomware kind of attack, then you can have the backup copy of that data. Okay, prevent it before runs. So you should have anti-malware, anti-exploit, and all these applications, so it can predict it can prevent you from landing into the attacks. Okay, like drive-by attacks. So it should prevent. Or maybe some IDS and IPS you should run in your network so that it can block the attacks. Okay, before entering into your network. Okay, the suggestions for the school is you should use the antivirus software. Okay, update the software. If you are not updating your software or updating, then it is of no use. Okay, you should regularly update the software, regularly update your operating systems. Then only you can see that somehow I have managed to secure the system. Okay, schools should establish the firewalls, internet gateways. Okay, for this purpose, for securing. Check the third parties. Okay, whatever software you're getting from the third party, you should check it. Okay, vet all the third party platform providers. Okay, monitor the systems, invest in the cybersecurity, and most importantly, increase the awareness among students or among the staffs. Students, the recommendations are only download the trusted links from the trusted source. Okay, use strong passwords, never share your information, never share your personal private information on the cloud platforms. Okay, on social media platforms, always update your system. This is very important. Log in directly. Okay, cover your, these are some like basic things that we should follow. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'm happy to take the questions.
Thank you, Dr. Anil.
Okay,
we have a few participants in the MS team. So if some of us want to ask some questions, may please. Since the students were joining us from the social media platforms, so we could not take their questions. But those who have joined through MS Teams may ask their questions. If there is no questions, let me take the opportunity to thank Mr. Dr. Anil Saini, who joined us from Siri Pilani. Thanks, Dr. Anil, for giving some insights on the threats and the mitigations. procedures and the types of attacks, maybe phishing attacks and all this. And also thanks for giving us information on social media threats, and particularly for our teenaged listeners who have joined through social media, through YouTube or Facebook. So this was really a clear message for them, that please stay vigilant while you are using social media, and don't get afraid or get panic if you had some bad experience over the social media like cyberbullying or anything. Please stay vigilant and complain it to nearby cyber police, or through online mechanism to the cyber police or your teachers or the cyber emergency response team established by government of India. So stay prepared. Don't panic. Don't be afraid of countering those ugly forces on the internet, those who are trying to kneel you down. Please don't be just stay bold and stay vigilant. Okay. So, and please do secure your mobile devices, because this is a new normal then that we are using our mobile devices on day-to-day basis, and also for our classes and our school purposes. So keep your devices patched, updated all the time, and also keep some antiviruses and anti-malware system installed. And also Dr. Nil talked a really important thing, that digital security is as much important as the physical security. So keep your devices secured physically. And one more thing that catch my attention, that always keep your webcams covered when it's not in use, either by a tape or some cloth. Okay, otherwise you never know that somebody might be snooping on your personal activities at your home. So stay vigilant, friends. We are always there to help you, to aware you, and also we have authorities and regulatories who are ready to help you. So stay bold. Today's takeaway message from our team, Dr. Anil and me and the organizers, you are the strength. You are our next generation. So stay bold. Don't be afraid of any incident you have happened with you on social media or the internet. So thank you. With that, thank you very much, Dr. Anil, for great insights on internet and number of attacks we are having these days, facing on our personal profiles or the internet, or the video apps that we are using for schooling purposes these days. Thank you very much, with Dr. Anil. With that, I formally announce to close this session, while thanking all the participants who joined in MS Teams and on the social media. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Anil. We will try to again.
Thank you, organizers.
We'll try to engage you again someday for IT personals of KV and Navodaya Vidyalayas, when we'll invite particularly these the IT personnel from these schools, and we'll have some interactive session through MS Team or some other platform.
Yeah.
So I hope you'll be there to help us and will join us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
With that, thank you very much. Thank you.